Who shall not be mentioned. Being strung out, all right? And the eating competition, I had to drink blood. Cool, right? So, yeah, that's pretty much all the challenge artifacts. I've got other stuff up there, like my flamethrower. It actually works. It's the Elon Musk Boring Company special. I don't know if you saw, but I made it on the New York Post did an article about me because I fired this off in my living room during the Super Bowl to welcome Tom Brady to the Seven Rings Club. So this thing's pretty funny. It's pretty badass. I'm not allowed to use it on Celeb Sleepover, though, because of that very instance. We're not going to talk about that because my boss gets mad. So listen, we have a very special guest who's about to sign in, all right? You may know him from such shows, from such movies as The Godfather, Part 1, Part 2, and Part 3, even though the third Godfather sucked ass. But here's what we're going to do for everyone. If you look at the bottom, my pinned tweet for Celeb Sleepover, all right? That is the account, obviously the Celebrity Sleepover account. Here's what we're going to do. What I want you to do is follow that account, comment on the last post, and we're going to be doing a giveaway here of some new Johnny Bananas merch for those of you, for some of you lucky winners who follow that account and comment, all right? Follow the account, comment, tag friends, whatever, and we're going to choose one of you, or two, or maybe three, or I don't know how generous I'm feeling, maybe a whole handful of you, to get your hands on some of this fabulous new Johnny Bananas merch. Oh, shit. Yes, that is a backpack with me on it. Does anyone know what season this is from? You know, as the saying goes, if you can't beat them, join them. Now, every time somebody tweets out the gif of me getting backpacked, I have this to, to help me smile. So, we have our ups, we have our downs, our goods and our bads. I honestly think we are a sum of our mistakes. It's the mistakes we make in life that actually are the most crucial and forming to who we become, not the benefits. I guarantee everybody out there cannot remember all of the times that they succeeded, but you can remember with stunning detail every time you failed. And it's those times, it's the times of adversity that make us who we are. So, enough lectures. Here we go. Ooh, hold on. I think the Godfather himself may have just entered the building. Mark, bark twice if you're in Milwaukee. So here's the deal. For those of you who don't know, not only is Mark Long, the Godfather, Roy Lee's in the building. Oh my God, now it's a party. I can tap two people in, right? Mark, or can I just, how do I put them in? Hold on, let me see. Oh, I got it. All right. Lee, hang on, okay? Don't go anywhere. There he is!
Hey!
The Godfather himself. What, I can't tell who's who. I thought that was you for a second.
Listen, I came on a little early, and I saw you were showing off some challenge swag, so I figured, look at this guy.
Oh, my God. Listen, people have told me in the past that it's kind of cool to have a bobblehead. Dude, I don't have a pillow of myself.
All right, I'm going to blow your mind. You got this? Look at that.
They make you look a little bit puffy, Mark. I'm not going to lie, dude. You're looking a little puffy.
One of one. And from last night's episode, the fucking Godfather crown, baby.
Ooh, last night's episode. Yeah, let's dig into that. What happened on last night's episode, man? So listen, I just got to say, to preface this whole convo that we're about to have, for everyone, for those of you who don't know, okay, not only is Mark obviously the Godfather, probably you are the first person that I met after we got off the Real World, and from day one has been like an absolute gem of a human being, dude. Took me under your wing from day one. So I got to say, man, I've always loved you because of that. But you single-handedly have essentially brought, the OGs, the challenge back, dude, back from the dead. A lot of these OGs we thought we'd never see again. Through the power of social media, you made this happen, man. So,
yeah, thank you. What was crazy is when I actually did our shows originally, we didn't have social media. So the fact that social media was the wind beneath the OG wings, as they say, was amazing. So when I threw that tweet out this summer and then Us Weekly tweeted it out and it went viral, I knew there was a fan base. I knew there was a yearning for it. And like you've said many times, people love nostalgia, man, and we kicked it right in the nuts. And people are loving it.
What is it about? And that's what man. And I did when I did that interview with I think it was AP, right? And that was like it dawned on me, and I'm like, listen, the reason why so many people, why there's like this thirst and this hunger for like the All-Star season, and there really is, man. Like I was curious to see how this experiment was going to go, because I know that I want to see a lot of the old school people. I know a lot of my fans, a lot of people that came up with me, a lot of people that came up with you did as well. But it was kind of like, how's this all gonna play out, especially because it's not on the network. But dude, the response has been like incredible, and I think that's what it is. I think it's because people have, especially in this last year that we've all gone through with COVID and everything, it's like people just want something that feels familiar, dude. People just want something that makes them happy. And dude, it's the music, it's the shows. Like there's so many prequels and throwbacks. That are just going back to like a different era at a time when, dude, things were fun, man. The challenge being one of them. And I felt the same. And I said this as a fan, not just as a family member, but as a fan, watching all you guys that first episode, dude, it was like, I felt like a kid again, man. It was awesome.
And I think what kind of separates us from what's going on now is the fans actually grew up with all of us. So as we grew up with them, they grew up with us. So the fact that there's an emotional attachment already to the cast before we even come on the TV, that is huge. So, Beth, Ruthie, Cyrus, you've grown up with these guys and girls. So it's amazing, man. People love that.
It's part that, but I think the bigger draw and the bigger reason is because you guys actually have these things called personalities.
That is true, my friend. You know what? We might have diminished physically a little bit, but our personalities have grown tenfold.
But that's never what made, listen, man, I love the challenge and I love what it has evolved into, which is like this gladiator sport, like, dude, physical competition. But I got to say, dude, like what used to set the challenge aside, and that's why even watching the first episode, it's like half the people almost had to go to the hospital, had to get airlifted to the hospital. But it was the commentary, man. It's like, that's what adds that other dimension, dude. And that's why it was like the personalities and those like unique characters, dude. And like it was back, man. It was back, and it was great to watch.
You know this, Johnny, the when we used to apply, it was like one of 25,000, 30,000 people applying.
25,000. So, I was one of 200,000 for Real World.
So yeah. So with that said, you couldn't just submit them a picture of you flexing. It was a 5-step stage process. I remember going to interview after interview, and it was basically, who are you as a person? What are you all about? And it was personality more than anything else. So I think, not to say they've lost that, but I don't know how the casting process is today. I know. I'll say
that they have. I'll go ahead and I'll jump on that grenade. They have. Now, and the reason why is because, dude, you know how back in the day, dude, even when I started, I mean, when you started, it was even more in its infancy, but when I started, it was the Real World, the Challenge, which were one and the same, Survivor, and Big Brother. Those were the only games in town. So to get on one of those shows, I mean, you had to go through a very, very long, arduous casting process, where now it's like reality shows and reality television personalities are a dime a dozen. And it's like, oh, you're hot and you like to hook up and get drunk and act like an idiot? Perfect. You're on.
Right.
You're literally as entertaining as listening to paint dry. But I mean,
what was different too? You know what was different too? I think about us and being when we were down there shooting is no one really mentioned social media. We didn't mention, oh, I wonder if our Instagram numbers or Twitter. Like no one mentioned social media at all. It was like we were too busy like doing stuff. Like we're trying to build like a fishing pole in the backyard to try to catch a fish, or building a fort, or playing like laser tag or hide and go seek around the house. So like we really went back and did some of the stuff that the OGs used to love to do. And we didn't have social media back then. So it's like, go outside and play. We didn't have video games. And that's what I think separates us.
Well, I mean, dude, so what you're saying is back in the day, and I agree, it's like you did it for the love of the game, right? Yeah. You went on, we had we just did the Celebrity Sleepover episode with Eric Neese, right?
Right.
And he said the same thing. He was like, we went on, this was an experiment. He goes, we didn't go on, we didn't know what we were getting ourselves into, and we weren't doing it to try and like, we didn't have a character already going on, or we weren't concerned with like, what this was going to do for like our brand or our following. We didn't. Right. There was no such thing as a brand or a following. We just went on and we were just unapologetically ourselves. And it's funny, dude. Like, I'll go on the challenges now as compared to before, and we get our call home once a week. When I take my call, it would be like I'm going to call like my mom, my family member, girlfriend, whatever, and be like, give me a 10-minute escape from this place and like talk to me about what's going on. I can't tell you how many times I hear conversations, people being like, they call the person running their social media account and be like, hey, so how am I what are my numbers up to? And it's like, we get one call, we get one outlet a week home, and this is what you're concerned about. You know?
We didn't have any of that. It was, you could hear people talking to their kids, husbands, wives, girlfriends. It was none of that. And I think, like you said, there's an audience for that the other challenge. I love it still. I watch all the time. And
I do too.
I think there's a new audience for us that's, it even throws an even wider net because it's showing, that even though we're a little older and we're moms or dads or husbands, you can still make a super kick-ass entertaining show with personality plus, man. And I think, when I saw the trailer and it got 5 million plus views in a week, I knew we were onto something. Then when the press picked it up and they ran with it, and Barstool Sports called it great, like the master class of reality TV, like that stuff is like, you can tell, like, it's not just my thought of how it was going to be. Other people saw it the same way, and I'm loving it, man.
The music alone, the soundtrack, like they need to make that needs to be a Spotify playlist because the music alone on this season is fantastic. Another real quick plug. People, look at the bottom of my screen, the account Celeb Sleepover. We're obviously here to talk Challenge All-Stars, but we're also here to plug the Godfather himself, the Cadillac OG Cyrus, and Trishelle are all going to be on Celebrity Sleepover tomorrow night after SNL. So if you follow the Celeb Sleepover account, which is at the bottom of my page, tag that, follow it, comment on the last post. I'm going to be giving away some Johnny Bananas swag to those who follow and post and like and listen. Why wouldn't you, man? Like, tomorrow's episode, we have the comedian Margaret Cho on, and then we have a really fun game, man, with the Challenge All-Stars. Like I said, with Cyrus, Mark, and Trishelle. It's going to be good, man. So
I came in all natural. You said sleepwear, and I sleep in the nude, so I just came totally butt naked. So you guys are going to see that happen.
You are the first guest that we've had on that actually, when we're like, wear pajamas, exactly, came on ass naked. But you know what, Mark? I wouldn't have had it. Had it any other way.
Of course.
Ruthie's in the house.
Ruthie, my girl.
Shout out to Ruthie. And Ruthie wanted to add a little comment to that. She said, personalities for sure. It's what made the challenge in the first place. Dude, it's true, man. Back in the day, the challenge, remember the challenges used to be like carnival games. Like, shit you do in your backyard. And that's what drove the show, though, was the personalities. It was the house reality. And now it's almost different. Now it's all the game and the strategizing of the game, and that house reality is kind of gone by the wayside.
Totally different. One of the best challenges we ever did, Johnny, was I hosted Battle of the Seasons with Eric Neese. We got hit by the hurricane. We were struggling for things to do because a lot of the sets got taken out. And we did a thing around the pool where we put, if there was 10 cast members, we put 9 floaties in the pool. And it was like musical chairs. And when we stopped the music, they all had to jump in and grab their floaty. That was the game. It was musical chairs, but in the water. And it was hilarious of an episode.
It used to be like spring break, dude. I remember like going on the shows back in the day. Like you don't have like that anxiety like in the pit of your stomach before you go. Like, and it used to be fun. It used to be like, and that's what I'm saying. Like that really came across. It's come across in All Stars. Well, it's like while you guys are there to compete, and while the game is still there and it's off your head, there's like this joy that's been brought back to it, man. That I feel like it's been missing for for way too long.
Hey, and Johnny, one more thing that kind of
Yeah.
I think is great about our cast is, you know, you'll see throughout the season, people take digs at the ear, but it's all in good. We're still all on a group text, all of us. And we chime in every week, and there's still love within our text. And I just think nowadays that does not happen. There's like visceral fighting and Twitter that. Like our cast is like a family, and we'll fight on the show, but we're making great television. It's entertaining, and we can see past that. Hey, you know what I mean? Like I said this because of this, and everything's all good. You know what I mean? That's cool.
Sorry, I'm a little distracted. I'm watching Morgan fry a turkey burger in the kitchen, and it's like the house is full of my set is full of smoke.
Morgan in the house.
So what you're saying is you and Kendall, you're good after, because I saw last night's episode. It seemed like things got a little weird there.
Well, the thing with Kendall, and I've said this to her as well, is, you know, everyone's not going to gel immediately, right? Like some people just don't like. She'll even admit it. She overanalyzes some things, and she might, you know, think things over. And I'm kind of like a carefree kind of guy. So as the series goes, you know, I understand her better, and I'm able to kind of see how she is and vice versa. So the fact that it wasn't about me not liking Kendall is just I was a different player and she kind of was a different player. So there was a little friction in the beginning, but it wasn't because I didn't like her. She just had a different kind of perspective of how to play the game than I did. And you know that.
Hate the player, hate the game.
Hate the game, baby. But yeah, Kendall and I are totally cool. I mean, she's on our group text. You know, everyone is. So I just think. Well, maybe I'll add you, and you can chime in. But it's different. You know what I mean? Like we're there to have fun, and like last night's episode was so good. I think it's one of the best ones we've had yet because it was like it was fun. I got to use the lifesaver, which hadn't been used yet, and then there was an uproar, and Arissa told everyone to go F off and left the show, and TJ was pissed. But even Arissa has reached out to me, you know. It's a game, and she knows it. And I think, you know, when she watches it, she's like, wow, that was, contentious at time, but like, it is a game. So it is what it is.
It is a game. And so what you're saying is that if say you're on a challenge and like you end up on top of a mountain in Argentina and you just happen to take $250,000 from your partner, I mean, there's nothing to be mad about that, dude. It's just a game.
At the end of the day, it is a game, my friend. I mean, you weren't on there as best friends, right? The show was called Rivals. You know,
CC Sarah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's a game. Unfortunately, some people's like emotions get hurt and feelings get hurt. But I mean, at the end of the day, you know, I have no ill will toward anyone. I'm there to make a good show. And they were like, do you regret using the lifesaver? I'm like, hell no, I'll use the lifesaver every chance I get and every time.
Yeah. What about we were talking about this earlier, dude. Like you thought that by using that lightsaber, you were going to be the one that got, but then. Yo, curveball. TJ loves throwing a curveball. It's like, no. The group's going to pick.
Yeah, and you saw the group scurry fast. I mean, he came to Darrell first and was like, Darrell, who are you picking? He's like, turning around. But it was,
Darrell does not like to be put in precarious predicaments, dude. Yes. Darrell is Mr. like flying under the radar, just like, you know.
Yeah, he was one of my guys, man. I don't know if you noticed. We're pumping up the Darrell Jake Paul fight on Instagram as well.
How great would that be, man? I'll tell you what. I want to be in the corner. I want to be the ring girl. If this goes down, I'm putting it out there right now. I want to be the ring girl. Okay, I'll borrow one of Morgan's matching sets. All right, I'll be out there.
You and Isella are locked in as ring girl.
Done.
But
Mark,
he's dead serious, by the way. Just one more thought of that. He's absolutely dead serious, and. You know, we did the Us Weekly article, so let's see if he responds. I think like the MTV iconic brand versus YouTube. I mean, there's two huge fan bases there. So anyway, Darrell,
it would be epic
versus Jake Paul.
Listen, and Jake Paul would actually have to fight somebody who knows how to fight. All right.
Exactly. So we're waiting for you, Jake.
I mean, okay, he's a fighter, but MMA is different than boxing, man. MMA, like
I'll walk outside right now, beat Ben Askren's ass in a fist fight. You know what I mean? Right now. So like, it's not like it was a big deal. So he's a wrestler. Period. He looked terrible.
All right, listen, man, we can talk about All-Stars all day, but listen, we are here to talk celebrity sleepover, slumber parties, pies to the face, trivia, tummy sticks.
And surprises.
There's a lot of surprises, man. So I got to, okay, so with Celebrity Sleepover, for those out there who don't know, Celebrity Sleepover is a talk show that I host out of my Living Room. It's on NBC tomorrow after SNL, so check it out. If you need more info, the link is at the bottom. Tap on that. This is actually the set. This is, I mean, it's not lit up the way it normally is, but it's in my living room. I host it right out of my house. When they were asking for guests, when my producers were asking for guests who we wanted to have on, I'm like, listen, if we're going to do this thing, you got to let me bring some of my people on as well. So last week we had the Real World cast. We had Eric Nies, Heather B, and Julie. And then for the finale, tonight, tomorrow night, Saturday night, we've got some of the most iconic faces from the Challenge All-Stars on. You know, the Godfather himself, Mr. Mark Long, is one of them. So tell the people what they're going to see.
Well, it's great because, you know, you truly are in pajamas. I mean, you said arrive in sleepwear, so I just went with it. But Cyrus is in pajamas. Trishelle looks great in her little outfit in pajamas. You're there in sleepwear, but like your set's really great. But it's like a little family reunion for us. And then you test our skills. Like I thought I was done trivia when I left the challenge, but no, you turned up the trivia, and we do the game where you click the thing in the pie in the face game if you get it wrong. So I will say this: all of us are getting dirty at some point during tomorrow's episode. But what a fun
there's
time,
a
man.
very special guest that comes on that even I wasn't expecting. Okay,
Yes.
I literally usually like I kind of know like what's going on behind the scenes. And do you remember? And we're not going to give it away, but so the way it works is we're all on Zoom, right? So it's almost like there's 4 squares. We're each in a different square, and but then there's like I don't know 15 producers and PR people and all that who are watching as well, but their Zooms are all muted. Like this audio comes in, and it's like I don't know a TV and someone talking, and I'm like, dude, somebody needs to. I thought it was one of
That was so funny. But hey, little FYI,
I am there.
You and Morgan.
I am there.
I'm bringing my girl.
Can I bring Morgan? Is Morgan invited?
I'm bringing my girl.
Morgan, come pop your head in here real quick.
Now, everyone listening right now,
you look great. Come say hi, Mark. Don't kick the wire.
I'm turning 50. Morgan, I'm turning 50. 50, Morgan. I could be your dad.
Mark, you don't look a day over 35. I'll give you that.
So you're saying I look older than him?
I think it's the facial hair kind of makes you look a little older.
Distinguished? No, it's the grays. Listen, these actually aren't grays. These are blonde. I got my beard highlighted.
I couldn't grow a beard like Johnny if you paid me $1 million. That's how backwards I'm going backwards in age.
It's all right. Mark, I couldn't get pecs like you if I did push-ups every day for the rest of my life.
Good. We'll swap. Next time I see you, I'm going to bump chest you and you rub my cheeks when I see you.
Done. Listen, we'll rub pecs and faces. It won't be weird, though. It'll all be part of our science.
So, Morgan, remember this, because I know you send Johnny invites on Outlook. You're going to send him an Outlook invite for June 3rd, Mark's birthday party out in Los Angeles, and a watch party. It's like in the day, like 5 o'clock. So up in like.
No, I'll send a Google Calendar invite right now.
There you go.
I'll loop you into it. Johnny will not accept this invite because he doesn't accept anything.
I do.
But we'll make it happen.
Do you accept this rose?
It's going to be great. It'll be great. So I want both of you there. My girl's coming too, so it'll be great.
Oh, fun. Well, Mark, if you're in the Los Angeles area and you would like to come to my birthday party on May 16th.
Shh, don't even. Come on. We'll tell him later.
I got a bounce castle. Okay.
Okay. Okay.
I thought you were going to disclose the location. I'm like, what are you doing? There's a bunch of people on here watching. All these random people.
Can I say something real quick to the people watching? Thank you guys for embracing this show. I think with your passion and your support, just like the media, you know, my hope is to go many seasons with this. We'll see how it goes, but thank you so much. And it's overwhelming and beyond my wildest dreams how the response I've got that was positive from everyone, even including you, Johnny. So
man, and that just goes to show, dude, you got to give the people what they want. I've been saying this for years, man. It's like the reason that the challenge has been so successful for as long as it has is because I will say this, we have the best fans of any fan base of any show on television.
1000%.
Full stop, period, the end. Like, our fans are the most loyal, the most dedicated, the most outspoken. I just have people from other shows, Big Brother, Love Island, whatever, come on. They aren't ready for what happens after the show. And, like, the good, the bad, and the ugly, man. Our fans are passionate, dude. There's no other way to describe them. But I feel like some of the fans, the ones that came up with us, have kind of been ignored, man. And in a way, it's like, yo, give us what we want. You know what I mean? It's fine. Listen, dude, we do need this influx of like new talent, 100%, because
Right.
the bullpen, the real world road rules isn't there anymore. But yo, man, bring on some of the old dogs. You know what I mean? That way you can have the best of both worlds. And I just think this is great, man, for us and for the fans and everything else. So
thank you. It's awesome. It's awesome.
Yeah. Does anyone listen? If anybody has any questions that they want Mark to answer before he hops, go ahead.
Yeah, ask me some questions.
And again, everyone, tomorrow after SNL on NBC, you're gonna see this man, Cyrus, and Trishelle come, and we're gonna be playing a good old fashioned game of sleepover squares, challenge edition. There's gonna be, there's gonna be whipped cream. There's gonna be Mark topless. There's a surprise guest that's going to pop in who we're not going to tell you who. Hold on. Brown Sugar Boy wants to know if you're single, Mark.
I am not. I am taking Brown Sugar Boy.
Oh, man.
By a 5'9" Croatian supermodel. And she's,
okay.
Yeah, you'll meet her soon, brother.
Well, hello.
Why don't I get that kind of intro, Johnny?
What?
Why don't you say?
Okay, I'm taken by a 5'7" Texan with size 8 feet.
Beautiful, beautiful. Couldn't have said it any better.
Who you can hear her coming from a mile away because she like slaps around the house.
Who needs to teach me Instagram tricks, man? I need to learn all of Morgan's Instagram tricks.
Morgan could write an ebook on like just how to win at Instagram because it's like
she kicks ass. Like I reached out to you. I'm like, hey, walk me through how to join your Instagram live again. That's how. I'm like, walk me through that, Johnny, so I don't.
No, Morgan. Morgan's good at doing the transitions on Reels and on TikTok, like making it look seamless. It's almost as seamless as me. You should see my transitions; they're fantastic.
I see when you do your quick change and the clothes fall, and then you're in a new outfit. Bro, I mean, come on,
right?
Yeah,
amazing.
It's great. Hey, by the way, look, go get some of this stuff. Look at this.
Oh, what's that? Whoa. What's that stuff?
We want OG swag, baby.
Okay. And where can the people find some We Want OG swag?
Go to my Instagram. It's in my bio. So go to my Instagram bio or my Twitter bio. You
go
get
to
lots of cool stuff there.
Instagram or Twitter bio gets pulled down some OG swag. Maybe we'll throw that in. Maybe we'll throw in some OG swag with the banana swag for those who right now click on that link at the bottom, Celeb Sleepover, follow it, comment.
Hey, put it this way. I'll make it sweet. So if you do that, if you go to Celebrity Sleepover, throw me in a couple tags on it. I'll pick one of those people and I'll send them some shirts as well.
There we go. You can't. It's better than a stick in the eye.
Dude, I just saw Mark versus Fessy. You know the ending of that story, dude.
No, God, dude. I mean,
the ending of that story.
Listen, before we even get started with Mark, hopefully, listen. Fessy, I think, may have a shot if it's potentially physical, but if it's a personality contest, dude, if it's a personality challenge, he's done.
Well, if you've noticed.
But if it's physical, he's done as well. So, but I think he'd have a little bit better shot in that.
Listen to this. If you've noticed, they're now removing all of the kind of older OGs from the regular challenge because they just keep winning. And if they keep pulling them away, some new guy or new girl has to win. So they it's a numbers thing now.
The cream always rises to the top, man. I said that last season. It was like, even that's what I'm saying, bro. I've always said this. We're just cut from a different cloth, man. And no matter how many new kids they bring on, no matter what walks of life they bring them on, whatever reality television show, whatever sport they played, whatever they think they are, it's like, dude, you just can't, they just don't make them like they used to. You know what I mean?
And we show up and we give the same effort whether we're playing for a Razor scooter or if we're playing for $1 million. That's just how we were cut. And you know what I'm saying? Like the money's great, but I mean, we play the exact same way if we were playing for a Tempur-Pedic bed and a gift certificate. You know what I mean? So
I think that was my favorite. I think that was one of my favorite lines from the first episode when Ace goes, "These people would kill each other for a scooter." Back in the day. Like, I can't wait to see what they do for $500,000.
Oh, poor Ace. Poor Ace going
Poor Ace. Wow, poor Ace. I know, dude. That guy, he's too kind. He's just too kind.
I'm looking forward, though. I'm going to watch it tomorrow. I'm going to get all my friends to watch it.
Get your friends to watch it.
Going to be there.
Now, listen, if you can't, I always tell people to DVR it, but here's the thing. So it's a try and wrap your brain around this one. Celebrity Sleepover is a First Look Presents, because that's the show, the travel show that it's under. So if you DVR it, you have to DVR First Look, one ST look, and then Celebrity Sleepover will pop up. And if you don't catch it tomorrow, it'll be available on Peacock, on the Peacock app, or it'll live on YouTube after that. So, man, Mark, I got to say, I'm being inundated right now with requests for you to put Fessy in his place.
Yeah. I see a future in that. I see a future in that request.
Dude,
I'll leave you with this. Let me leave you with a question. So, everything's going well. We get picked up for more seasons, hopefully. Do we see a banana coming on All-Stars in the next few seasons or few years?
Wow.
I'm just throwing that out there. Is that something you'd entertain?
Listen, man, I will say this. So I think everyone has realized now, the Bananas is definitely taking a leave of absence, a hiatus, if you will. I had to give, like you said, man, I had to give somebody else, I had to spread the love and give somebody else an opportunity to win. And I honestly feel like, I just feel like what resonates better with me right now, as far as challenges go, is like the OG thing. Like, dude, I've been there. I've done that. It's like, I don't know what else I'm going to go on and accomplish on the challenge. And it's like, what I want, what I would love more than anything, even more than like another win, is to be able to catch like a little bit of that lightning or whatever you want to call it in a bottle, and be able to just to experience kind of like what it used to be like, man, to just take myself back. And I think that would be cool. I wouldn't even care. You guys send me home first. I don't even shit. It would just be like being back in that house, being surrounded again by like that crowd in that environment. I mean, it's just a whole, it's just a whole different level, man. And it's a whole different vibe. And
I think the word, if that's a yes, I'm guessing that's a yes.
That's that was me beating around the bush, my friend. I'm just saying that's an if. That's an if and when. It'll most likely be on an all-star season.
I love it. And I think the word that people said the most is, wow, this is so refreshing. The cast. Like even Anissa or Darrell, who've done the other ones, like, wow, this was just so fun. And TJ reached out to me after and said, Mark, this is the most fun I've had on a challenge ever. And for hearing that from TJ, I love it.
And it comes through, man. And like I said, dude, it's like, bro, like I honestly say this about myself, because every season we do the challenge, it gets harder and harder, man. It gets physically and mentally more demanding, and they find new things to take away from us and new ways to just. I mean, bro, the last season I did, we were in a missile bunker underground for 7 weeks, dude. Like, what does that do to the human brain? And I've always said this, like new kids will come in, and they'll be like, "How have you done this for 20 seasons?" And I'm like, I don't know. I always looked around at everyone else in the house. I'm like, you're crazy, you're crazy, you're crazy. And then I'm like, well, maybe I'm the crazy one. And I always say, it's like, if and when I do pass away, I'm going to donate my brain to science so they can study the long-term effects of reality television on the human brain.
Right. That's hilarious.
Yeah.
So someone just asked, they said, how do we watch First Look? NBC after Saturday Night Live. It's under the First Look banner. So look for that. Record it if you're not staying up late. That's how you watch it. Search
exactly. If you're trying to DVR Celebrity Sleepover, if you can't stay awake as long as me and Mark, because we like to burn the midnight oil.
Oh, yes.
Search First Look on your DVRs. You'll find it under that, and you're gonna see it go down tomorrow, man. It's gonna be good. And having you guys on, dude, it's so funny because like my producers even said this, because like we have Margaret Cho's on tomorrow night. We had Sammy Hagar on last week, Tiffany Thiessen, Cynthia Bailey, and they're like, something happens to you. You just, it's almost like you just completely change. You like light up and like you get so much louder. Like when the challenge people or the real world people are on. And I'm like, yeah, man, because that's my family, dude. It's like when you're at the dinner table.
I love it. I love it. Well, and so thank you for having me on. Please, you guys, comment or whatever. I see all my messages on Twitter and Instagram. I'm at @VMarkLong on everything. So if you reach out, I respond and look at everyone's tweets. Oh, Banana's backpack. There it is. And get that and order that. Order Banana's backpack.
Listen, people. If you go and tap on the Celebrity Sleepover and you comment, your swag might come in your very own Johnny Bananas backpack. So
yeah, and I love that it's yellow. It could happen.
You know what I mean? Oh, it's got to be. All right, Mark. Well, listen, man. Thanks for stopping by. Love you, brother.
Love you, man. June 3rd. June 3rd.
Okay, June 3rd. I'm there, man. I'm there. Morgan's sending a calendar invite now.
Perfect.
Yeah, dude, and I will see you tomorrow night.
Hey, new release of an episode, The Challenge All-Stars on Paramount Plus.
Oh, boy. All right.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my brother.
Right.
Love you guys. Love you guys. Bye-bye.
Experience is back on the challenge. You're missed. Thank you, Miss Delgado. I miss you all as well. Johnny and Wes working together again would be epic. It would be, wouldn't it? I know. Wes. Wow, somebody loves Wes. I need a tan banana pack. Yeah, well, we got them in black and yellow. All right. Oh, hold on. You know what? While we're bringing people in, what do we got here? I just saw. Bringing someone else in. Uh-oh. I just invited. Oh, shit. Are you sweating? Where are you? You're getting ink done.
I'm getting it covered up.
What are you getting? Please tell me you're getting I Love Bananas on your shoulder.
You're damn right. I'm getting a big-ass yellow banana. What's up, man?
Wait, no, what you need to get is you need to get Jake Paul flattened out on the floor like this in a coffin, dude, with you standing over like birds.
He don't want no smoke, bro. He does not want no smoke. You know, I'm trying to be nice about it, and cordial. I'll carry him. I won't knock him out. I'll give the fans a show. I'll carry him all the rounds. I won't stop him. He ain't going to stop me. I've never been dropped. Come on, bro. Get out of here.
Listen, here's the only caveat. If you guys fight, I want to be the ring girl.
And you know what? I appreciate everything he's doing. I get what he's doing. Well, I don't appreciate it, but I get what he's doing. But don't call yourself a boxer. You know what I mean? The dude has no hands. He's fighting people that have no experience in the ring. And I get it. He's a money maker. It's whatever. But just be real with yourself. You know what I mean? Don't be fake. You ain't fooling me. You fooling your fans, but you ain't fooling me. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
No, whatever. How you doing, though, man?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I've been loving watching you guys on I actually just was on with Mark. You've been loving watching you guys on All Stars. What's that been like?
Did you have a little FOMO?
A little. No, bro, I haven't stopped having FOMO since it began. Dude. Okay, so you did the last, obviously, the 2 seasons. So you just did Double Agents, and now you just did All Stars. Which one did you have more fun doing?
All Stars, bro. Most definitely, hands down. There's no bunk beds. Every room had its own bathroom.
No bunk beds?
No bunk beds.
I'm
It's
in.
a better vibe. Everybody was just being themselves. No one's being extra. It wasn't watered down from all these other cats trying to get a paycheck to get a call back. Just normal people living how it used to be.
How it used to be.
Yeah.
I mean, dude, the soundtrack alone is worth it, dude. Yeah. So last time I saw Darrell, we just happened. This was like last week. Just happened to be in the same hotel in New York for the reunion. Doesn't even remember seeing me. Took a picture the next day. He's like, "When did we take this?"
My bad, man. I started early, man. I was excited,
Oh, I know you were.
Flight coming from the West Coast, you know how it is.
You boys were in rare form. Derek tackled me as soon as the elevator door opens.
Hey, the fact that you came out, I knew it was love, because normally you don't fuck with me and Derek when we've been drinking.
Oh, dude, I knew it was going to be bad. And I was sober. That was the thing. I knew. Mark even told me. I was like, dude, who's upstairs? He goes, Darrell, Derek, yes, Isella, Marie, Big Easy. I'm like, if I go up there once, he's like, you're stirring up a hornet's nest. And I'm like, you know what? I'll do that. That's a hornet's nest I don't mind stirring up.
Yeah. It was good seeing you, though, man, even though I don't remember. But
likewise.
Yeah, man. Hey, do your thing, though, because I think he's about ready, so.
All right. I want to see this tattoo one more time before it goes away forever.
Oh, man, I had this when I was 12, 13, bro.
What is it? Oh, it's a basketball. Oh, okay.
It ain't M1. Everybody says M1.
It's the M1, dude.
No, it's not.
It's the M1, dude.
I'm out, man. Take care, brother.
All right, buddy. It's good seeing you, man.
You too, man.
All right, look at this. We're just bringing in all the big dogs onto the old IG live here. That would be cool though, seeing a Jake Paul Darrell boxing match. You know what I mean? I'd watch it. I want to be the ring girl though. All right, I will literally start doing crunches right now. and Morgan will let me borrow one of her matching sets, little tiny shorts and stuff. It'll be awesome. Let me see who else is in the house. Oh, Ruth Dog's in the house? Let's see if Ruthie wants to play for a second. Ruthie! Ruthie! You think she can hear me? Ruthie? You there? Oh my God, I'm like, why is he wearing a backpack? Why am I wearing a backpack? I'll tell you why I'm wearing a backpack. Because these are now part of the Johnny Bananas spring line, the Johnny Banac Pack. Yes, that is me right there. Everyone's like, oh, why? Is that you on CT's back? No, that's me slipping on a banana peel. I know what that actually is, me on CT's back. So these are available now on my website. Also, if you want to get your hands, on one of these or one of these are my new new shirts, the Rainbow Banana. We got the Banana Pats Blue Ribbon situation. Follow the Celeb Sleepover. Click on the bottom. Follow that. Comment on the last post. And everyone keeps saying bring in Leroy. I don't think he's on anymore. I think he was on. I don't think he's on anymore. I've been trying. Roy. Invite. All right, we just invited him. Let's see if he comes on. Thoughts on CT's win? Here's my thoughts. The cream always rises to the top, ladies and gentlemen. All right? And I know CT is not watching because he's traveling. But this is what I would say to CT is the real ones, no. All right? Haters will say it was rigged, but the real ones, no, my friend. And again, dude, it's always been CT and myself. It's always been like, who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? Who's the GOAT? It's almost like it's hard to compare. It's like MJ and LeBron. You know what I mean? It's like, dude, the things that he's accomplished on the challenge over the years, there is no way I ever could. And the things that I've accomplished, it would be difficult. You know, we're just two completely different players that play different games. We have different strengths, different weaknesses.